You are meant to step into the spotlight right now. Whenever I was pulling the cards for your general energy, this is the first one that came out. Number 5, be true to who you are. Fear will not stop you from shining. So look at the image on this card. I mean, many people might say, oh, this creature is a freak. It's a unicorn, but it has butterfly wings. But you don't want to let those thoughts of other people's perceptions stand in your way. You are not a freak. You are a beautiful, majestic creature. And when you were younger, there may have been people who, or even just outside influences, movies, music, who put into this idea that who you are is unacceptable in some way, that the things that you enjoyed, the things that brought out your true passion and soul, that those weren't the right things, those weren't correct as defined by society, that you should be ashamed of some element of yourself. But there is nothing like that you should be ashamed for. In fact, what is going to help you step into your true power is embracing those things that made you so happy as a child. So this card is really inviting you to look back into your early childhood. So let's think, anywhere 5 to 12 years old. What are those things that you love, that you were completely passionate about? And beyond that, there are sometimes things that happen to us as an adult. Were there those moments that came up for you where someone told you you were being too much? I've had those moments. I had a moment where I was like singing in the car, having a great time, and the person I was with told me like, hey, you're just too much right now. This is too much energy. Can you just quiet down a bit? And I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that. I don't think it was communicated disrespectfully. Maybe the person just needed a moment, but I took it personally, as in, I'm too loud, my energy's too much. I need to watch myself, like that awareness of like, oh, well, I have this tendency to be loud and people don't like that. So I need to watch myself. And I had another experience where I'm just the type of person who tells jokes. And my ex, he's like, no one likes your jokes. No one thinks you're funny. He was a pretty toxic person. But that hit me really hard. And it made me start to hide myself away. And this card is reminding you that the person you are as your true self, whether you're talkative, you like to sing, you like to crack jokes like me, or maybe it's the opposite where you're quiet and reflective and people started calling you shy, and you're not shy. You're just quiet and intellectual. It's really your invitation to step out of those judgments. And then this card came out as well, number 12, emotions are the reflection. And it says, look for the deeper meaning. So if there is something that comes up that causes a great emotional reaction in you, or even, reflecting back, what are those things that really set you off and why? It's easy to put up boundaries and rules for other people, like, hey, don't say this thing. Or, I'm not going to want to be around you. And I'm not saying that's a bad thing, but there's another side of it, which is the opportunity to explore that core wounding and to really dig deeper into those experiences and figure out why those emotions are coming up so that we can take steps to heal them. And often that can just be, recognizing it. And then we have that positive affirmation where we keep talking kindly to ourselves, building ourselves up. And then after that point, we can take action on it. And that's when we can really prove those negative thoughts wrong. All right, I would also like to get some opportunities, challenges, and advice from the tarot today. What opportunities are coming in from my gorgeous collective? Okay, we'll take, it came out in 3, so let's just take it like this because I feel perfect. So for the opportunity, we have the 3 of Cups. So you have the opportunity to celebrate. You have the opportunity to reach out in your community. If there's an event going on that speaks to you, where you feel like you might find like-minded people, go to it. If your friends invite you somewhere, go out or just plan that time, you know, invite them yourself. Either invite your friends or, if no one's available, go out, like I said, to an event that speaks to you. And I feel that you are going to start to find people who resonate with you because you're a person who is in a growth period. If you're watching my channel, you're someone who intends on improving yourself. You're someone who likes to analyze yourself and who likes to look at the world around you and conceptualize things and start working towards those improvements. Now, as far as your challenge, we have the 6 of Pentacles. So I feel like balancing your money can be a little bit of a challenge for you right now. It could be that there are people that you want to give to at this time, or ideas, projects that you want to give to, but you need to keep an eye on your budget, your finances, and making sure that there's not more going out than coming in. It's important for you to have an emergency fund. It's important for you to feel secure in yourself. So find another way besides finances to lend some of that energy to people. And at the same time, still make sure you have enough for yourself, because energy isn't infinite either. Your time is not infinite either. So you do need to make sure that you are always filling your own cup, so that way you can continue to give to others without completely depleting yourself. And then for advice, we've got the Lovers. So I really feel like this is a time to lean into that higher love, that spiritual love. Keep your eyes open. A lot of people, I feel like, have been in the mode lately where they don't even want love anymore. It seems like there can be 2 extremes, like either the person is desperate for love, or they're so fed up on it that they've given up on it. And I think the message of this card is, yes, to focus on yourself, and to grow yourself, but don't neglect that community. Don't neglect that give and take with other people, because that is valuable. And when you are in that whole healed place, yeah, I don't believe we're all, anyone's ever completely healed. But when you're in that place where that's what you're striving for, you understand yourself, you're working towards that, that is when you are going to be able to call in that higher love, that spiritual love. And then this card can also speak about a decision. So if there is a decision coming up in your life, really consider, what would I want the highest version of myself, or what would the highest version of myself want me to do? Try to take a step back and look at things from more of a third person point of view. If you were the character in the story of your life, what would the audience tell you to do? What's that best higher decision? What's the decision that's going to lean into you being true to yourself? And also enjoying your life, celebrating the connections you do have, and being grateful for that as well. All right, let's get you a mantra to leave out with today. And if you could please subscribe to my channel. If you're new here, I would love to have you as a subscriber. This channel, we focus on spiritual and personal growth. So if that's something you're interested in, I would love to have you back here and to have you as part of the community. All right, for your mantra today, we have, I am in control of my life and I am capable of creating the life I desire. Exactly. So be true to who you are, have that emotional control, have that always in your mind that you are strong. You've made it through so much, and you can choose the trajectory of your life, how that moves forward. That's based on your thoughts and your actions today. I definitely believe in you, and I'm so excited to see this community grow. Please like the video. If you do want a personal reading, there is information in the description for that, and I will see you next time.